What's up YouTube, Raid Hero here. I'm going to do the witch profile for the Shadow Paladins. I'm just gonna jump into it running David as the starter because David says Aura Geyser gets to plus you. That's kind of why, because I just like the first turn Aura Geyser. If not, you can save it for a Diablo play or something. But more or less he's there for the Aura Geyser because you want a plus and it's a good first stride. And it's signed by the #1 player on All in the Vanguard, totally confirmed right here. I said it here. No, not really. But yeah. 4 heals, 4 of the Witch crit that has a skill, and then 4 of the other crit because they're all Witch names. And then I'm personally trying out the 4 stands as instead of running draws at all, because my old lineup was 6 crit, 2 draw, 4 stand. I thought the draws were kind of helpful, but I actually feel like they were the ones holding me back the most. So this way, especially with Sinclair, you want to get them to high damage, and then you can get some pressure off with stand on a Sinclair turn. And then we're running 3 Danas, just for more chances of getting zeros on their board, because it's important for Sinclair. 3 10k attackers, and I run 2 Iron Rods for the Legion setup, or dropping your perfect guards if you really want to. You know, you can set up the perfect guards and dig through your deck for units you need, especially since you want to get rear guards to put zeros on their board late game. 2 stride fodders, because you want to stride. For now, I'm still running 4 Skull Witch perfect guards because they're witch names. Karma Collector is another card I would definitely suggest. I've run into so many issues where I've actually had to sack perfect guards for Rias. I don't know why the deck does that. It's when I don't run her. I need it. I need the perfect guard to be a witch, but when I do run it, I don't need it. It's really awkward. So I just stuck with the witch name anyway to keep this deck more or less pure witches. So running 3 of the Fighters Collection grade 2. It's pretty good. Its only issue is it can whiff. And it does require your Vanguard to more or less be in Legion state, but it does work, you know, if they're stridden over and you have 2 hearts. And it's basically Rias without counterblasting 2. And then continuing the 2s, only 2 femmes, 12p attackers, because you want, at least I would like to maximize the Daedries, whatever, for the ability to get more zeros on their board. And she's also a mate still. And moving on to, wait, I feel like I missed a card. 6, 9, oh no, there it is. Okay, and then I'm running 2 Audra, whatever. Basically your 11k attacker, she has a skill when you hit if you have 2 zeros on your board to countercharge and draw. I mean countercharge and flip, or countercharge and soul charge. Just a nice 11k attacker with stands. And then the 1 Skull Witch grade 2, because drawing cards is fun, just don't get grade locked on her. I know from personal experience from all these years playing Shadow Paladins, don't get grade locked on her. Or just don't ride her, period, because that's bad juju. 4 Fionas, because she's a good card or something. Honestly, you could probably get away with some shenanigans like my other friend would build this deck. But for normalness sake, we're sticking with Fiona to get zeros out of their deck and onto their board. And just in case the Rias finisher, if you don't finish with Sinclair. And it's still a Legion unit. And it's basically one of the better grade 3s you can run. Running 2 Sinclair. She has that shenanigans of, what's his name? I can't remember that DI. Steel Vampire, there we go. It's been so long since I've seen that card. Yeah, it's basically what it is, which they need 2 zeros on your board, so you kind of gotta work for it. And hope they don't call over, or you gotta save all the Daedries and Danas and stuff, and the Fighters Collection unit for that moment. And like I said, Aura Geyser for David, stacking David for days. It's my favorite pastime. And then, since this is a Legion deck, fitting in 1 Madu just in case things go awkward and you want to get a 3 back to your hand. And then 1 Grim Recruiter. I mean, it's for this specific deck, it's not needed as much, but it's just nice to have if you really have nothing better to stride and Getting a free booster is pretty good, especially since you have 10k attackers too. They become relevant. Or just you can totally battle phase call a Dana and then replace their grade 2 rear guard with the 0. That's always fun. So lose an intercept. And then yeah, 2 Diablos because why not run this guy? He can steal games from unsuspecting people. And that's basically that deck. Moving on to the next one. See you guys.